Let's see if I did this right for once. It's the touchiest little camera in the world. Like, you push one button and something fucks up. Anyway, what's going on, horror fans? Skid Gore back with another video. Yeah, it's been a long time. Hope you all doing cool. Happy October. I'm going to do an overview of my entire horror movie collection, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, etc., etc. I'm actually going to go through with it this time. And there's a shit ton of movies to go through, and going to be many videos. So hope you stick around. Hope you enjoy. But without further ado, let's kick it off. Like I said, happy October. Alright. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to start out with the numbers first and work my way up. I have no idea how many videos. Many. But yeah, let's just start it off. No particular order whatsoever, just kind of how I grab them. Starting with numbers first. First movie is called 13 Curses. This is from 2002. A young man returns to his home years after a violent incident tore the family apart. Shocking, he finds his mother in a local insane asylum. She warns him to run away and beware of his dead father. But he chooses to stay only to find the demons indeed dwell in the family's midst. Yeah, this is actually a pretty damn good movie. I truly enjoyed this one. Good atmosphere, good characterization. You kind of feel for the character. This painter is just kind of, he's got a lot on his plate with his mother in the insane asylum and his father, who is a famous painter, and he's trying to follow in the footsteps of his father. Can't quite get there, but something happens where supernatural shit happens, where his father pretty much comes back and tries to guide him in also a positive but very negative way. It's actually a really good done film, man. 13 Curses. I never heard anyone talk about this one. Next we have 12-12-12. Now this is one of these movies that I kind of just, I don't know, I bought it in like a used bin at a video store back when we had video stores. Remember video stores? It's basically kind of like, it's kind of a bit of an Omen and a Rosemary's Baby. Actually really enjoyed this one. Really good devil, demonic type shit going on in this one. Good gore as well. This one I like more though. I don't know if this has anything to do with 12-12-12, but it's called 13-13-13. It is by the Asylum as well, so I assume that this is pretty much part of that. But it's a totally different story entirely. It's by James Cullen Rezac, who directed some really brutal films I like. Here's one right here, actually. Not for everyone, but it's called Hate Crime. That's a really brutal movie by this director. He also did one called My Pure Joy, which I liked a lot. But 13-13 really impressed the shit out of me, man. In the tradition of The Exorcist and the Crazies, exactly. Like, there's this demonic force turning these normal people into these bloodthirsty monsters that are just terrorizing and brutally murdering and raping and just absolutely disregard for human life whatsoever. For millennia, calendars have added an extra day every 4 years. In doing so, they violated the ancient Mayan calendar. Now we are in the 13th month of the 13th year of the new millennium, and the few who survive will battle a world of demons. Yeah. There's a really brutal scene in this with a little girl who obviously is infected with this demonic disease, and she just bashes the shit out of this guy. It actually kind of even surprised me, man. It was pretty brutal. But yeah, I mean, check out 13-13-13 if you can find it. I mean, I think you can find it on Amazon. Can't be too expensive, but This one actually really surprised me. 12 was good as well. Love my peach twisted tea. Fucking love it. Oh, this is from Blockbuster. Robert Englund and 2001 Maniacs. This, of course, is a sequel to Herschel Gordon Lewis' classic 2000 Maniacs from 63, I want to say, maybe 62, 65, something like that. I know it's in like the early 60s, but there's a barrel rolling scene in that film that is just classic. I love it. But this is a pretty damn good movie. It's directed by Tim Sullivan, and I really enjoyed it. On the way to spring break, a group of college kids take a detour through an old southern town. The people of Pleasant Valley insist the kids stay for their annual barbecue celebration, of course, right? And just all hell breaks loose. If you've ever seen the original 2000 Maniacs, you kind of know what you're in for with this one, but you know it's updated. Robert Englund's in it. It's gory as fuck. Really cool kills. Very memorable characters as well. But yeah, 2001 Maniacs, I enjoyed it. This one, not so much. This is also by Tim Sullivan. It's 2001 Maniacs Field of Screams. By the way, Lin Shaye is in both of those movies. I like her as well. This one stars Bill Moseley, and I love Bill Moseley. He's fucking awesome, man. Total horror legend. But this one, it had some good kills and some good moments. But I don't know. It wasn't as good as the first one, I thought. Let's still give it a shot, though. It's kind of fun in a morbid sort of way. This isn't really a horror movie, but kind of fantasy adventure with horror elements, I guess, because those orcs are kind of freaky. That's 300. It's alright. Here's 28 Days Later from Danny Boyle. We all know what this movie's about. They're not zombies, they're infected. Let's get that right, Everyone considers this a zombie movie, and it does have zombie type elements, but they're fast running infected, really pissed off I wouldn't say normal folk, but they were normal at once, and they got red eyes, and they'll just rip you apart pretty much. And yeah, the soundtrack of these movies are just what makes it, I think. I just love the soundtrack. I'd love to get the soundtrack for the 28 Days Later. Just really memorable. Good gore. That scene where the dude wakes up in the hospital, I could do without the schlong shot, of course. But when he's walking out of the hospital and he's walking downtown London, and you see Big Ben and everything just deserted, it's really incredible how they filmed that. It's hard to believe that they actually could do that this day and age. No CGI bullshit, it's all real. They actually cordoned off the entire area, for him and the survivors to walk through a dilapidated London, which is pretty cool. It really adds to the atmosphere. But then when they get, they're the only survivors pretty much, and then they get, the story of this, when they get to the soldier camp or whatever, they think they're going to be safe, but really their ordeal is just beginning pretty much. And it's got a bit of a Day of the Dead feel to it too, because there's this I almost said zombie, but there's this infected that they have tied up, kind of a bit like Bub, They're trying to understand the infected, but they're also harassing them at the same time. But yeah, 28 Days Later is badass. We all know that. And its sequel, I like just as much, 28 Weeks Later. This is the one with the family, the little boy and the sister. The father gets infected and the mother's infected, and they're pretty much they don't know who to trust, and it's just like this whole military crazy chaos shit going on with everyone trying to be segregated but then destroyed by these people who are supposed to be helping them or protecting the city, but yet the infected get loose and they pretty much just pop everyone off. It's pretty crazy, and great score as well again. I have not seen, what's the newest one, 28 years later? Yeah, I have not seen it. I've seen the trailer. I want to see it, I guess. You know, not really in any kind of hurry to see it, but I will check it out eventually, because these movies are alright. This movie is fucking badass, dude. Fucking A. Catherine Isabelle, Brendan Fletcher, who's also in another movie I like called the Rampage movies. Really, just a movie about a sniper, like those. And Jesse Moss, who was also in the John Wayne Gacy movie, Dear Mr. Gacy. He's good as well. But this is called 13 Eerie, and it's like a zombie movie that I've never seen before. Really original fucking concept, man. 6 forensic undergrads vying for a trainee position with the FBI embark on a scientific expedition to a remote island that was once used as illegal biological testing grounds for life-term prisoners, and basically all hell breaks loose from there. But it's really effectively done and really suspenseful. Great fucking gore. Oh man, the gore in this is badass. The zombies look fucking awesome. There's this one dude that's like covered in tattoos. He looks pretty badass. But Catherine Isabelle is beautiful as always, charming as always. And I really like 13 Eerie. I really don't hear anybody talk about this one. So I would highly recommend this movie, 13 Eerie. If you're a fan of unique type zombie movies. Taking a throwback here, what is this one? Holy shit. It's an old one, I know that. It doesn't say, I want to say like early 60s though, maybe 62. That is the original 13 Ghosts by the great legendary director, the master of gimmicks, William Castle, who's known for Emergio and House on Haunted Hill and Percepto and shit, I forget what Percepto is. But then he had The Tingler with Vincent Price. But 13 Ghosts is awesome. I actually really do like this classic black and white ghost movie. It's really cool. The ghosts look badass. The characters are a bit cheesy. I mean, the father is really fucking cheesy. He's like, dude, get a clue. Your house is haunted. You see like a fucking Ouija board go through the air, and yet he's just like, there must be some scientific explanation for this all, you know? But it's a good movie, man. 13 Ghosts. What the hell is her name? The Wicked Witch of the West? Margaret Hamilton. Yep, she plays a housekeeper in this movie. And this was kind of before like the Wizard. Everyone knew who the Wizard of Oz was, and the witch was. So she's kind of making a parody of herself, which is kind of funny. She carries a broom, but she's a housekeeper. It's kind of funny. They're saying she's a witch throughout the whole movie. She's just kind of having fun with it. It's awesome. But 13 Ghosts can't be fun. Good viewing for Halloween, I think. Right up there with Castle's House on Haunted Hill. This is a 24 movies. We got The Prophecy 2, Wes Craven presents Dracula 3 Legacy, The House That Would Not Die. Seed People's badass. That's a good full moon movie. I like that one. The Greenskeeper, never seen. Grimm is cool. It's kind of a creature feature, like this big fucking monster in a fucking cave that's like slaughtering people with a fucking huge ass meat cleaver. That's pretty cool. Evil Blonde 3. I'm not gonna read all these. The Dark with Nev Campbell. Lurking Fear was cool, kind of like an H.P. Lovecraft type film. I actually really enjoyed that one. Jeffrey Combs is in that one. Sideshow is good. That's another full moon film. Head of the Family. That was one of my favorites. This is a pretty cool pack. Pretty cheap, but get some pretty good shit in there for your book. Oh man, I need a drink before I talk about this one. Probably gonna need several drinks after I'm done talking about it too. This is a very brutal film. Not for everybody. But it's called 7 Days. Yeah, this one is really hard to watch. I'll just read, How far would you go to get revenge on the man who raped and killed your little girl? You find out who it is, you capture him, and you torture the holy fucking shit out of him to get the truth out of the guy. And there's another film kind of like this called Daddy's Little Girl, which I actually like more. But it's a good double bill with 7 Days, I think. Basically around the same premise. A loving parent who'll do anything to avenge his child that was violently raped and murdered. And it's subject mattered. It's really hard to watch. Movies like this and The Girl Next Door, stuff like that. Even In a Glass Cage, shit like that. That's hard. Shit's hard to watch for some people. Really good. You just really feel for the guy in this, because you can see the deterioration process, and he's just turning, he's just fucking going nuts with grief, and just has these murderous intentions for this scumbag rapist who killed his daughter. Like I said, it's not for her, but 7 Days. Great film. This is a fun one. 21st Century Serial Killer. I enjoyed this one. This guy who basically is obsessed with serial killers from a young age, and he grows up to... He's done so much in life. I think he's had a wife, and he's done it all. But he has done the ultimate thing, his ultimate fantasy, to be a serial killer. A successful serial killer, like Bundy or Gacy or somebody, and carry out the murderous tendencies and the fantasies that he has inside of him. It's kind of fucked up. And he works at a postal service. Go figure. Serial killer's a postal service. And his boss seems like a normal guy, but there's a dark secret he has. And I'll just leave it at that, but it's a really good movie. Check it out. Who is the more crazy story, and really good kills. Fucking good black comedy as well. 21st Century Serial Killer. I never hear anyone talk about this. This one is from Chemical Burn. Here's a classic, 1408. Need I say more? John Cusack. I can never say his... Cusack. Yeah. And Samuel L. Jackson. Fucking awesome cast right there. Dude just wants to write a book and has to get in this infamous hotel room where a lot of bad shit happens. You all know the story. You've seen 1408. It's a great film, though. Really good for October viewing, too, I think. One of my favorite modern shark films. I'm a huge shark buff. But 47 Meters Down, I really enjoyed this one. This was actually a really terrifying premise because, all the shark diving in Australia, South Africa, and California, diving with the great white sharks. You just think, what would happen if that chain just broke, gets suspended to the boat, and you just go all the way down, wherever the fuck you are. And you got these huge-ass great white sharks circling you. And the worst part about it is you're running out of air, so you're kind of fucked either way. It's a really, really intense film. Really intense. When they start to freak out in the cage because they're low on air, and then the great white sharks are all over them. People trying to save them, and then they become victims as well. It's a really good film. I've not seen the sequel yet. I'll have to check that out. But I love 47 Meters Down. This is one of my absolute favorite Charles Bronson films. Huge Charles Bronson fan. But we got 10 to Midnight. Fucking amazing serial killer film. I also like this side cover. I probably should have switched that. But 10 to Midnight is a really good story about this cop who is after this serial killer, a unique type of serial killer. He strips down naked to kill. You know? It's kind of unique. I don't know if this is based on a true case. It might be. But, what the hell's his name? Kessler? Leo Kessler, that's it. Charles Bronson plays Leo Kessler, a cop who is determined to go... I think he's a detective, I believe. Him and his partner are just hell-bent on trapping this guy because they know he's a brutal serial killer. And then Leo's daughter, who he loves very much, but kind of has a complex relationship with because he kind of took his job over his family, tries to get back with her and tries to be the father figure. But this serial killer is targeting her, and I'm not going to give away the whole fucking movie because it's a movie you really should see if you like crime stories, if you like serial killer films, and definitely if you like Charles Bronson films. Fucking A, man. This is by J. Lee Thompson. Classic right there. 10 to Midnight. Great film. One of my favorite performances by an unhinged Nicolas Cage, 8mm. It's common belief that snuff films do not exist. Every once in a while there is an exception though, you know? Charles Ng and Leonard Lake made snuff films of their victims. Two crazy serial killers. But 8mm is a great film. I love Nicolas Cage in this movie. He's actually starting to become one of my absolute favorite fucking modern actors. He just gives it his all. Doesn't really care what part he has, he just gives it his all. He kind of reminds me a bit of Peter Cushing, except Peter Cushing wasn't as crazy as him, but the way I say that is because Peter Cushing cared about any kind of fucking role he did, whether it was a movie he liked or not. He gave it his all, and I think Nicolas Cage is the same way. He also might be doing it for a buck too, I don't know. Maybe he needs the money, I don't know. But he seems very passionate about, like, you know, Mandy, and I saw one called Pay to Ghost. Mom and Dad was fucking great. Obviously Color Out of Space. Season of the Witch, Pig. Man, he's in a lot of movies. But 8mm is one of my favorites. He plays this guy trying to track down this snuff film. And he's got all these resources to try to track down the snuff film, and it just gets fucking ugly. Basically, if you go searching for the truth, eventually you'll find it, and it might come back to bite you in the ass. But if you're an asshole, but if you're a badass like Nicolas Cage, you may prevail. Fucking awesome movie, 8mm. Oh, shit. Okay, here are some of my favorites. All in a row here. This series is great, especially for October viewing, and it has none other than 1031. Fucking 1031, man. Horror anthology at its best. There's some of these I like more than others. Some of these kind of blend into one. The third one is my personal favorite. 1031 Part 3 is my favorite, which is coming up, but the original is great. There's a great story about an old hag in this haunted house. That's a creepy one. There's the Scarecrow one, which is really badass. Yeah, 1031. Good for Halloween viewing, for sure. Yeah, 1031 Part 2. This is more of a comedic approach to the series. There are some that I do like, but this is my least favorite of the series. Like I said, more campy than horror, but there are some horrific shit in it. Good gore as well. But 1031 Part 2, which brings me to my personal favorite, and 1031 Part 3. This is my favorite. I love this alternate cover as well. Reminds me of like EC Comics. Fucking incredible film. I love every story on here. House of the Mummy is great. About this guy who's down on his luck. His bitch fucking wife left him for this asshole. and she's gonna take his house, and he's trying to make some kind of income, so he makes this house of horrors on Halloween, trying to make some money, and he gets this fucking possessed mummy that comes to life, and just all hell breaks loose. That's a great one. Good gore in that. Locksmith is a good, creepy fucking movie about this crazy, psychotic killer who's got keys to everyone's house and just murders them on Halloween. Old Man Gross is my personal favorite. That one's awesome. Creepy old man mask, killing off all these kids and taking them to his basement, just torturing the shit out of them and putting drills in their heads and just slitting their throats and playing with their intestines, putting glass on the floor and making them making this one girl dance on floor in her bare feet in glass. It's brutal, man. 1031 Part 3 is great. Hack in the Box is great as well. Rocky Gray does the music for all these movies, and he's really fucking awesome. I love his approach to Halloween horror music, kind of like Slasher Day of Acid Witch. Good shit. The 1031 Part 3 I'd highly would recommend. That's my personal favorite. And this is brand spanking new. I just got this off the Scream Team releasing. And that is the latest 1031. 1031 Part 4. I like this slipcover too. This is the actual cover. It's pretty badass. Like I said, I just got this. I watched it not too long ago and I really liked it. Not as much as Part 3, but it's definitely up there as one of the best. Eject Dead, get it? That's a good VHS one, I like that. Where this kind of Jason type killer comes through this VHS video. That one's fucking cool, good gore in that. But my favorite is Moonlight Massacre, because I'm a huge werewolf fan. And there's a really good werewolf transformation, a lot of good kills, really good Halloween atmosphere with haunted houses and hayrides and shit. Essential. I would say, check out all of these 1031 films if you want some really good Halloween fun this year. But my personal favorite is Part 3. I would recommend that one more than anything. But that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed that. I will have an absolute shit ton more videos in the future. I have no idea when. I'm taking my time with this. But I shall be back at some point. And just want to wish you guys none other than a happy Halloween, happy October. Be safe. Thank you for watching. Skid Gore. Gore forever.